In the royal city of California, a son had come to the great king Sudahara and his lovely queen Maya. They named the boy Sudahara, which means he who reaches his goal. Soon after the birth, the king was visited by a great seer named Asita. The baby was brought for him to see. To the king's alarm, the holy man burst into tears. Oh no, oh no.
Sir, what is wrong? Do you foresee some disaster for my son?
Not at all. His future is supreme. Your son shall become a Buddha, an enlightened one, and free the world from its bonds of illusion. I weep only for myself, for I will not live to hear his teachings.
Now the king was distressed that his only heir might turn to a life of religion. He called upon 8 Brahmin priests, all skilled in interpreting signs, and asked them to prophesy for the prince.
Your Majesty, if your son follows in your footsteps, he will become a universal king and rule the known world. But if he renounces home and family for the life of a seeker, he will become a Buddha and save the world from its ignorance and folly.
What will cause my son to renounce home and family?
Seeing the 4 signs.
Go.
And what are the 4?
An old man, a sick man, a dead man, and a holy man. Then none of these he shall see. Guards, get rid of everybody on the street who is dead, old, sick, or holy.
Okay. Back! I say back! 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 Get away, you holy man.
As Siddhartha grew to manhood, the king sought ways to strengthen his son's ties to home. He married the prince to the lovely princess Yasoda, who in time bore a son. And then he surrounded him with dancing girls to while away the hours. The prince became a creature of pleasure and seldom left his palace. But one day Siddhartha thought he would visit a park outside the city. The king arranged the outing, issuing strict orders to his guards to keep the roads clear of the old, sick, the dead, and the holy.
I told you to get away, holy man.
Driver, what is wrong with that man?
He is old, my lord.
And what is old?
Old is when you have lived for many years.
And will I too become old?
Yes, my lord. To grow old is our common fate.
Scene.
Sonny.
Not long after, the prince spied a yellow-faced man and shaking, leaning on a companion for support.
Driver, what is wrong with that man?
He is sick, my lord.
What is sick?
Sick is when your health has left you.
And will I too become sick?
It is likely, my lord. To be sick is our common fate.
If all must face sickness, then how can we take pride in health?
Before long, the prince spied a stiff, motionless man being carried by 4 others.
What is wrong with that man?
He has died, my lord.
And what is done?
Die is when your life is finished.
Will I too die?
You will, my lord, without a doubt. Of all our fates, death is the most certain.
If all must face death, then how can we delight in life?
At last, the prince spied a man with a shaved head and a saffron robe.
Driver, what is that man?
He's a seeker, my lord.
What is a seeker?
A seeker is one who renounces home and family to wander about, living on what he begs. Avoiding pleasure, he subdues the passions. Meditating, he controls his mind, and so he strives for freedom from this world of tears and the endless round of rebirths.
Home and family to wander about, living on what he begs. Avoiding pleasure, he subdues the passion. Meditating, he controls his mind. And so he strives for freedom from this world of tears and endless round of rebirth. Driver, return to the palace. No more do I care for parks or pleasure or anything that may pass away. Soon I too will become a seeker, renouncing this life that binds me.
Siddhartha slipped into the women's quarters for one last look at his sleeping wife and son. Then, quietly, he descended to the courtyard, mounted his royal steed, and set forth. The city gate, too heavy for a single man to handle, swung open by itself at his approach. And as the prince passed through, he made this vow.
I vow never shall I enter the city again until I have seen the farthest shore of life and death.